So you hate studying. Every time you sit down at your desk to study, thoughts like, this is so boring, and why do I have to do this, and bounce around in your head. To you, school is like jail, and studying is just a disgusting chore that you have to do in order to not get yelled at by your parents. But hey, since we're anyways going to spend at least 20,000 hours of our life in school and college, then we might as well try to make those 2.5 years worth of our life a little less disgusting and a little more fun. So in this video, I'm going to go over a bunch of tips and tricks to romanticize school and romanticize studying, and dare I say it, maybe even learn to like or love? Okay, I know that's a strong word. The process of learning and studying. Okay, so in my humble opinion, there are 6 main ways to romanticize studying: mindset, inspirations and role models, school supplies, study spaces, ambience, and outfits. So let's start off with mindset, since it's probably the most important aspect. The main thing when it comes to mindset around school is to, at the very least, not engage in reinforcement of negative feelings towards school. For example, if every single time you make a mistake or every time you don't get the grade you want, you're mentally punishing yourself and telling yourself, "You're a failure! You're a worthless piece of trash!" your mind will start associating studying with lots of negative emotions. Gradually, with time, you're going to start avoiding studying in school and just hating it because of all of the built-up negativity and stress surrounding it over the course of many years. So if there's anything you take away from this video, it's really important to realize that every single time you hate on yourself, while it may seem motivating in the short term since you think you're pumping yourself up with anger, in my experience, in the long run, those kinds of thoughts and feelings will only reinforce negative emotions surrounding school and studying, and over time will completely ruin your self-esteem and motivation levels. Secondly, have you ever noticed that when you start obsessively fantasizing about a certain goal, making 300 plans and vision boards about it, that a lot of the times you actually end up procrastinating? Basically, when you try to predict the future and be like, I'll get into this university in this year and get these grades and get this job, it can actually freak you out, since in reality, the you right now seems so far away from that end goal, and it just really overwhelms you and sends you into a spiral of analysis paralysis. A great solution to this that works for me is choosing a direction rather than a concrete goal, like I want to go into this university. Instead, the direction would be, I want to get into the best university I possibly can, and then just writing down every day in my notes or journal what I did that day towards that direction. It really helps you emphasize the importance of today and trains your brain to feel rewarded and positive just from simply taking action towards that direction. And it also becomes like a game of how much more you can do today than yesterday, just making the overall process more fun. Okay, so now let's talk about more ways to romanticize studying and create positive feelings around the process of studying in school. So just like a garden full of weeds, we've got to pull out the weeds before planting flowers and identify what negative beliefs you currently have about school, studying, and even yourself. Some examples can include, I'm just dumb and will never improve. All subjects are boring. School is completely useless. If I don't get good grades, I'm worthless. And most likely, if you regularly got average or bad grades throughout most of your life, you'll fall into the first category of beliefs, or learned helplessness, where you feel like your efforts towards school are just pointless. And if you're historically a top student, you'll probably fall more into the gifted kid syndrome category, where your entire identity essentially revolves around your grades and academic achievements. As you can see, on both extreme ends of completely different but negative mindsets about school and studying, there is a lot of stress, negativity, and definitely just not any feelings of enjoyment or curiosity or fun. So it's important to figure out what are the negative thoughts holding you back. I would actually recommend just writing down on a piece of paper all your beliefs about yourself or school and studying, and just see where you're at mentally and what thoughts you want to remove. Okay, so now let's talk about how to actually shift your mindset from that negativity to a more positive one. So in the first example, if you fall into a category of students who are apathetic about school and just don't care, but you want to learn how to care about school, essentially you'll want to research and actually develop more extrinsic motivation or goal-oriented motivation by figuring out what your end goals are and just how studying can get you there. Maybe you want better opportunities from life, or more money, or to help people, and school and grades will help you get there. If you already care about grades in school, but you struggle and feel helpless when it comes to getting better grades, then you'll definitely want to focus more on the growth mindset and just proving to yourself that you can improve, and also that the most important thing is progress, not perfection. So basically, you'll want to focus on romanticizing the process of improvement. Again, tracking your progress can really help with this and turn it into a game. Finally, if you're a really high achiever with gifted kid syndrome and perfectionism, you're probably going to actually want to focus on glorifying things outside of school and cultivating hobbies. This is to reduce your anxiety and stress about always being perfect and maybe obsessing over grades too much to the point where you're emotionally and physically burned out all the time. So as you can see, mindset really depends on you and what your current beliefs about school are and which mindset you'd like to have instead. However, if I had to sum up a healthy mindset that is fairly universal for all students that I think can really help, it would be this. My self-worth is not defined by my grades, but I do want to get the best grades I can while in school in order to maximize my future opportunities and not waste the time that I'm there. When there are subjects that I'm really passionate about or actually enjoy, I really want to take the time to learn and self-study them and explore my interests to figure out what I want to do with my life. Also, just because I've had bad grades in the past or made mistakes does not mean that I'm a hopeless failure, and I can and will improve if I set my mind to it. After all, it's garbage can, not garbage cannot. Alright, so on to part 2, which is inspirations or role models. Role models overall are super important since, as the saying goes, we are the sum of the people around us and also who we watch. Ideally, you want to find people or characters that can act as guiding stars for you and that love learning, make studying seem fun and worth the effort, that work hard in the face of adversity and show a growth mindset, and that have character qualities that you'd like to have or improve in yourself. The point is, though, to find people or shows or classmates in real life that inspire you, and most importantly, do not worsen your self-esteem or make you feel toxic. If you start to notice that all you feel is jealousy or just really negative about yourself after watching someone, then honestly, if you can, I highly recommend just cutting it out right now, right away, because again, it means that you're starting to attach negative emotions around yourself and around school and studying. But yeah, it's really important to be in tune with your emotions surrounding the things that you're watching. Also, maybe try to find study vlogs of people similar to you or that live in the same country, or if you really feel like you can't watch anybody else and you get triggered, maybe just watch Study With Me, since those are completely neutral and you don't usually know anything about the person at all. Okay, so now on to school supplies, and I want to make it 100% clear, you do not need stationery or school supplies to enjoy studying or get good grades. I know that you guys see people like me with a lot of stuff, but first off, for context, usually those collections are like 7+ years old. So if your goal is to build a collection, just do it gradually. Stay within your means so you don't feel guilty that you're spending all your money. And bonus tip, just ask for school supplies for your birthdays or holidays so you don't have to actually spend any money at all, and your family members and friends can just buy it for you instead. But if you're the kind of person who likes to DIY your items or customize your supplies yourself, then Kittl, today's sponsor, is perfect for you. Kittl allows you to unleash your creativity and create designs and graphics in seconds by using their magic design tools, precision editing, and unlimited content library full of illustrations, fonts, photos, icons, and more. Kittl recently launched their print-on-demand feature, and with this cutting-edge edition, you can take your design to your doorstep since they streamline the entire journey from crafting the design to holding the finished product in your hands. You can use Kittl's print on demand to print products for your small business if you have one, whether it's via e-commerce shops or in a physical store, create personalized gifts for family and friends, which is really great since the holidays are coming up, or even make branded merchandise for your school or university, club, or team. So I recently finally created my first ever merch prototype for Study to Success with my logo, and okay, this is my new favorite sweatshirt. It is so soft, super high quality, and it fits perfectly, and the logo looks super clean, and I really love how it turned out, honestly. So if you have a small business or you want to start an online business, Kittl is perfect since it has global reach and they can ship your creations almost anywhere in the world with only a few exceptions. There are endless customization options, and you can dive into a world of possibilities space with Kittle's huge array of design templates, mock-ups, and a wide range of different top-selling product categories. So to make your own designed item and make your idea come to life, you first need to design your item on Kittle. You can make your own design, or you can use one of their templates, and if you want the background to be transparent so you just have the logo or design, you can lower the opacity to 0%. You can also see mock-ups of the design on different types of items and merch, and see which you prefer and how you would ideally like it to look. You can also change the colors of the items while checking out the mock-up, so you can also pick your favorite color. So once you've decided how you want it to look, you just need to select the print your design option and then choose from the available options. So I ultimately went with the unisex premium hoodie in size medium, color white. And once you've confirmed the size, colors, and quantity of items, all you have to do is just wait for the shipment for your products, and it will arrive at your doorstep within 8 to 10 business days. And as you can see, the hoodie came out amazing, and it definitely reminds me to study hard and helps me romanticize school. So if you want to transform the way you bring your creative ideas to life, making it easier and more enjoyable and more accessible than ever before, unleash your imagination and try Kittle Print now by clicking the link in the description box. Also, when it comes to getting school supplies that help you romanticize studying, basically just try to find a pen or a notebook or a keyboard that sparks joy and makes you feel cool and aesthetic when studying. You can always also find reusable notebooks or binders or pens or pencils with refills so that you just buy the paper or lead instead of buying a whole new set every single year. You can also decorate and change the look of your pen cases or your notebooks with stickers and just take them off or change the theme whenever you feel like it. Alright, so on to study spaces. So I would assume that the main study space you'll use is most likely your desk. In this case, the goal is to have a space that doesn't depress or drain you and instead energizes you. The main aspects of a good desk area would be space for studying, so having a clear or uncluttered top of your desk, for instance, light so that it's not too dim and makes you feel tired, quiet if possible, and if it's not quiet in your house, then I highly recommend getting some earplugs or headphones. And of course, comfortable seating, like a comfortable chair or a pillow for your chair, or even a standing desk if you prefer to stand. And that's it. So of course, adding decorations and desk decor can always spice it up and make the area more cozy and fun. And you can browse Pinterest or Instagram for inspo pics. But again, as long as the area is functional and not depressing, then you're already romanticizing studying and you'll feel way better about it. This ties into study spaces that make you more productive, like cafes or libraries. So if your home environment isn't the best, or you just know you're more focused or productive outside your room and when you're around other people especially, it's great to study in spaces that help you enjoy the process of studying more and just get into the focus zone. When it comes to ambience, if you don't have a nice study space easily accessible to you, or you just like to change things up, then I highly recommend checking out Study With Me's music playlists for studying and soundscapes. There is a huge variety of them on YouTube made by insanely talented people ranging from dark academia to light academia to Harry Potter to Lord of the Rings to Study with Rory Gilmore to Barbie, shameless self-promo. So whatever vibe you're feeling today, you'll find it on YouTube. Of course, you can also always make your own Spotify playlist of study music. I recommend though not including songs with voices though, since the lyrics can distract you from what you're reading or learning. And last but not least is outfits, such as the sweatshirt from Kittle. But yeah, clothes can really impact how we feel, so studying in pajamas and with messy bird nest hair may not be the most ideal look if you're trying to pump yourself up for a long study session. So if there is a certain outfit style that just makes you feel smart or studious, maybe get one or two that you can wear to school or at home when studying. Or maybe just making yourself up or doing your hair nicely or wearing a certain accessory makes you feel more energized and excited to study. But yeah, just try to see if certain outfits or looks help you feel more focused and help you romanticize the process of studying.
In love with you, and it's like kind of seriously going toward down. Isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What's happening? Why does it want